Welcome to Accelerated Health Bites. I'm Sara Banta, and if you like what you hear today, please hit the subscribe button and share with those who may need my help. I'm only one person, but with your help, we as a team can help many others accelerate their bodies, minds, and spirits and reach their optimal state of health. Today, I want to talk about a colon cleanse. I think everyone can happily say that the last year is over, but with that, we are now in 2021 with one eye open, hoping everything will go back to normal, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So this year, it is time to do a reset, regardless of what is ahead of us. And I want to encourage you to take one step at a time. So let's first clean out the toxins that are built up in our colons. This is where many toxins are reabsorbed and can wreak havoc on our immune system and even our stress levels and emotions. I don't dive right deep into the exercise and the diet. I want to make sure your colon is working and you've got those movements going a couple times a day. So the first step in a detox is the colon. You never want to start any detox if you aren't having 2 to 3 bowel movements a day. What causes constipation? The first thing is the microbes. You actually need 4 to 5 pounds of microbes in your digestive system to do 90% of the digestion to break down food. If you've been on antibiotics in your life, those microbes are compromised. And for some people, if you have an overpopulation of the bad bacteria in the gut, too much fermentation from foods like sauerkraut and drinks like kombucha, they can actually make the problem worse. If you feel bloated when you're taking probiotics, it might be a sign that your microbiome is out of balance. The second thing is bile. Bile is made by the liver and it's stored in the gallbladder, and it's there to help digest fat. If you have a sluggish gallbladder, you may not be able to digest fat very easily. And if you get nauseous or constipated, experience right shoulder pain, or become bloated after eating fat, you may be low in bile. And if you've tried the keto diet and you just might need to add fat to your diet slowly and not jump right in, I recommend focusing on protein and the green vegetables, but staying in ketosis with the accelerated keto and intermittent fasting, which will keep your body snacking on its own fat stores to keep you in ketosis, not through dietary fat. Number 3, stomach acid. If you have indigestion or heartburn, you may not have enough stomach acid to break down the foods. This could be part of your constipation issue. As we age, the stomach acid or HCl decreases. In fact, acid reflux, which becomes common as you age, is caused by too little stomach acid, not too much. Number 4, fiber. This is a food for your microbes. This is not needed for your bowel movements, but you want to get your fiber from vegetables, not from grains. Grains can cause leaky gut, inflammation, and malabsorption of nutrients. I actually call it the anti-nutrients. When you eat grains, it can actually steal nutrients out of your bodies. Next, the wrong vegetables. So to complicate things even further, some vegetables can cause constipation, leaky gut, and bloat depending on your genetic makeup. If you find yourself bloated, gassy, constipated, you want to eliminate those vegetables from the diet. The most common groups of vegetables that can cause your issues are vegetables with sulfur, lectins, oxalates, and those in the nightshade family. All of them contain nutrients that are healthy for some people, but can be the cause of some major health issues, including constipation for others. An easy way to find out if you're sensitive to any of these groups is to try a carnivore diet for a few weeks, watch the inflammation disappear, and reintroduce one vegetable at a time. If you're sensitive to one vegetable in a group, you are more likely to be sensitive to the entire group. Lastly, lack of exercise. Movement helps stimulate the bowels to move. So as you move, the increase in blood flow also stimulates the intestines to strengthen their muscles as well, and that will help with constipation. What are the side effects of constipation? Well, when you're constipated, your body actually reabsorbs the toxins in your intestines it's trying to get rid of. 80% of disease is actually caused by toxic waste reabsorption, and it can aggravate diverticulitis and inflammation in the intestines. Over time, constipation can lead to irritable bowel syndrome or irritable bowel disease and eventually colon cancer. It is important to have 2 to 3 bowel movements a day to continue excreting those toxins. So what do we do about it? How do you alleviate constipation? The first thing, you want to eliminate the wrong vegetables. Like I mentioned, you go through the ones that contain oxalates, sulfur, lectins, and the nightshade family. And usually if you're sensitive to one, you are more sensitive to all of them. Number 2, eliminate the GMO foods and the amyloid protein sources like chicken and conventional beef. With conventional produced meat, the proteins have become truncated and misfolded into these structures known as amyloids, which may not be easily assimilated by the body. This change in structure of the proteins may have a detrimental effect on the body's ability to break them down and reabsorb these proteins, which are essential to creating the amino acid for the body to build enzymes, antibodies, and hormones. Amyloids are found in chicken, conventional beef, and they're linked to chronic diseases, including type 1 diabetes, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and autoimmune disease. In order to avoid the amyloids, focus on wild meats such as wild fish, deer, duck, bison, elk, wild boar, and Cornish game hen. I know we've all been taught that chicken is the healthy white meat. It actually is the opposite. Next, you want to adjust the amount of vegetables you're eating. If you're eating too many vegetables, you can become bloated, and it can actually burden your already overstressed intestines to move too much fiber through them. If you are not eating enough, you may need to increase the quote unquote food or prebiotics for that gut microbiome. Next, you want to use some digestive enzymes. They help break down the food to provide the digestive fire to the system. This is my favorite, Laxa Comfort. It helps relieve the gassiness associated with undigested foods while alleviating constipation. It takes the fear out of constipation. It generally induces a bowel movement within 6 to 8 hours, like clockwork. Next, like the Laxa Comfort, the intestinal formula works the same, and it improves digestion and elimination while strengthening the muscular movement of the colon. As it does, it cleanses and detoxifies the body of the accumulated waste. What is the difference between this and Laxa Comfort? It does have garlic in it. So for those of you sensitive to sulfur containing foods, this will aggravate this situation and inflame your intestines, and Laxa Comfort would be a better option. Next, Latero Flora. This is a soil-based organism, a naturally occurring bacteria which populates the intestines with beneficial organisms and supports digestion, promoting a healthy colon. It helps kill Candida, E. coli, Salmonella, all things that could be wreaking havoc on your gut. Next, accelerated cellular detox powder, another one of my favorites. This has 6 organic ingredients, not only helps with regularity, but it helps soak up the poisons, including alcohol and toxic chemicals, supports digestive health, reduces bloat, improves your kidney and liver function, helps support cholesterol and reduces inflammation throughout the digestive tract. It now has scalar frequencies embedded in the formula to further enhance the detoxification of insecticides and heavy metals. This is fantastic for any detox program, or even if you just want to wake up without a hangover and you had some drinks the night before. Next, you want to take electrolytes. I recommend either the Wild-Lytes or Ola Loa. It's really important to take your potassium because it's needed to help with the smooth muscles in the intestines to function, and the magnesium can also help with constipation by relaxing those muscles. Lastly, accelerated ancient salt. Not only does salt help with constipation, but the accelerated ancient salt has all of the minerals and the electrolytes to aid in mineral absorption and improve regularity. It is also charged with scalar frequencies to help detoxify the body from the toxins gently. So there you go. If you have any questions about your situation in health, you can email me directly through the website. I can help you pick out a protocol just for you. Thanks for joining me today, and remember to hit the subscribe button and share with the others to be a part of this changing world, one person at a time. You can find the products we discussed at acceleratedhealthproducts.com, and be sure to listen to my interviews on Accelerated Health Radio, where we talk about with our guests about their cutting edge modalities to optimize their health and accelerate their bodies, minds, and spirits. See you in the next episode of Accelerated Health Bites.